So I debate whether or not to bring any more attention to this, but I feel like I should, because I feel like there is an elephant in the room that must be said. So the people who came here speaking in for Moms for Liberty, I don't believe that anyone should say obscenities to you. I would never do that to you. However, I have received postcards to my personal home address from Moms for Liberty with defamatory comments on them, saying that our teachers are horrible. So practice what you preach. Another thing I want to say, if we were coming to the table and arguing for a difference of opinion, arguing for liberty, for the freedom of choice as parents, like, go for it, absolutely. But when I say enough is enough, we shouldn't be talking about this anymore, I'm going to say it again. We as an organization shouldn't be talking about this anymore when we're talking about whether or not masks are keeping people safe.
I'm here today to support the efforts of the Moms for Liberty organization, requesting that you establish metrics on rolling back COVID restrictions.
I am actually here in an effort to work with you, not against you. I represent a large, growing group of parents who are confused and disappointed by these policies. Parents who, like me, see the brokenness and frustration on all sides. Teachers, staff, students, our children, tired, worn down, and weary from the if this, then that, but not this, and oh yes, that's okay, but this isn't policy making. This is about more than masks, for the record. I have asked repeatedly for a metric on any COVID restriction.
We are simply asking for a metric to when these mitigation measures can start to be rolled back. We are not here because we are selfish or that we deny that there is a virus, or my personal favorite, our children are simply uncomfortable in these masks. We are here because we are witnessing the damage these policies are doing to our children's mental health.
Tonight, we are here supporting these kids who just want to sing. It is absolutely ridiculous that we are even here talking about this, but these kids need a voice, so we are here representing our over 1,000 member community of parents to champion for these kids. However, we have kids playing contact sports. This is inconsistency and beyond absurd and downright discriminatory. If we can have football, basketball, cheer, wrestling, etc., please explain to these kids why they can't have a concert or a musical.
You'll hear, obviously you've heard tonight about another issue, and we're here to ask you to explain to us and these children why contact sports are okay but not concerts. It's not okay, and we're here to ask for better for these kids.
But sometimes I think those large voices drown out the voices that matter most, and those are our children.
I personally believe we should not be allowing the spread of disinformation. So when we come to a public comment and we continue to make points that masks are not effective, my response will be, we shouldn't be talking about this anymore. And again, there is an elephant in the room, and I debated last time saying this or not, but I'm gonna say it, and I hope the public hears me loud and clear. The person who was sitting in the seat before me is the founder of this organization, and she started it under a different name while she was still sitting on this board. So when you say elections have consequences, I argue, yes, they do, and that is why I'm sitting here right now. Because I spoke to the people of my district. I knocked on over 3,000 doors myself personally, speaking to the people of our district. And that is why I am sitting here, because I am not a politician. I am not coming here and presenting my ideas on anyone. I ran an election, and yes, I did win. That happens sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't go the way people want it to go. But I'm a teacher, an educator, married to an educator who ran this race to do what was best for our students and our staff. So again, please practice what you preach, because I continue to receive your postcards at my home address. And I will say this as well, when we talk about obscenities and saying that people are wishing you dead, I listened to Ms. Descovich say that she's fighting against evil, that we are evil.
Happily. From there, there's a bill to install so-called medical clinics in schools, Tina, which will turn out to be Planned Parenthood clinics where kids can get on psychotropic drugs without their parents' permission or knowledge, get cross-sex hormones without their parents' permission or knowledge, or go get abortions. So from where you're at to the West Coast, it's a national thing. I love what you're doing. And let me ask you this. Do you wake up feeling great knowing that you are an actual activist actually moving the ball forward?
I know that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing right now, and that does feel good, but it is frustrating. And there is, it sounds a little melodramatic, but there is evil working against us on a daily basis. We're just moms trying to stake our claim with our parental rights and move this forward and save our country. And there is evil working against us, and it's very frustrating.
Again, practice what you preach. This is not about politics. This is about keeping people safe. And that issue is not the same as our students performing on stage.
Because you do not condone that, nor vote, of course, with any group. You're going to have people that are, that go outside of the boundaries. But that is not, we never condone any kind of rhetoric like that.
Well, I know, I appreciate
that. Is something that I apologize for on behalf of the group, because that is not something that we
And I wholeheartedly appreciate you coming to me and saying that. And there's something about crossing a boundary of it coming to my personal home. It's just,
well, Ms. Jenkins, let all mail gets sent to your home. All board members get their mail sent to their home.
no, it doesn't. It gets couriered.
And from what I understand, your address is public record.
No, it absolutely
being a
is.
public
It absolutely is. I'm not saying somebody had to do anything sneaky to find my address. I don't mean that at all. But there's something about crossing that line there with what is being said, and it getting delivered to your home.
And it usually goes.
It's just, again, especially when you're coming here and saying to me that people are saying these obscene things to you, I'm saying to you that shouldn't be happening. I agree.
Not anyone that I'm sorry that happened to you, and that's not on behalf of our organization. But
I appreciate you saying that, but the founder of your organization has gone on media and said some things herself. So I appreciate you guys saying that. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that.
And the implication of evil was
And
not the
none of your names were the ones on the postcards.
Right. So
But
we
I would like to
know who
see
they
that,
were,
and I would like
because
to
we don't
know
want them
who
within
did it.
I
So
only
we
have
know.
one left. I keep them. But I have one. I do, because I just got it.
We would like to see, because that is something we will take note of when we have
And
these
it's from a legitimate postcard. It's not somebody's random postcard sent to me.
Right. Well, we don't want them in our organization. You know what I'm saying? We don't want this. We need to be working together here, and I think that you see our efforts. It's not just masks. It's not just about masks. None of us even talked about that tonight. We want a metric. So we need to get on a better level of communication. Tina's gone from here. Yes, she is supporting efforts elsewhere, but that's neither here nor there. Honestly, there was no elephant in the room to me until that moment, because we're here as parents of our children to try to get these metrics established for singing, for playground openings, for parents being allowed back on campus. That's really the goal.
But with all due respect, the founder of the organization is the one who has said those things, and that is the elephant in the room, because there was a reason why that organization was founded, and I felt the need to say something.